Hey y'all, Blaumagier here, we're back with more Sonic Origins Plus. On the last episode, we finished Sonic the Hedgehog 2 and we started Sonic the Hedgehog 3. In this episode, we are going to resume with Angel Island Zone Act 2. So as we can see, it does indeed start us in Act 2 here. But, it actually moved us a little further down way because of the way the act transitions work. So Act 2 actually started up here. This is where the signpost was. And then we want to go into here to get to our next special stage. So this one's pretty simple, but it does throw us a curveball if you want to get the perfect on it. And that curveball comes at the very end, because this special stage is broken up into all these little segments where you tend to have a square that you can turn into rings, and then there's two separating you from the next segment. And so it's pretty straightforward, except for the very last segment. You actually have to jump over at least one of the two spheres separating it. But yeah, it's really straightforward other than that. We're just going from segment to segment, collecting our rings where we can. Really pay attention to the ring count at the top, because when you have 16 left, you need to be looking for the segment that has blue spheres on the other side of 2 and be ready to jump over. Just like that. And there is our third Chaos Emerald. Okay. So now we get into some water. And we are introduced to the water shield at last, which lets us bounce really high. It also allows us to breathe underwater indefinitely, which I can demonstrate right here for you. Just give it a second. Nope. We got a timer going. Was I lying to you? No, that was just Tails' timer. Oops. Oh well. Water shield's not super important here. It's kind of the end of the water section there. Gotta hit that switch there to lower the water here. And down here we can get a lightning shield, which gives us our double jump once more. And just as a reminder, all three shields do actually bounce projectiles off. Down here, we can find our fourth special stage ring. Now, I usually don't like going for the perfect here, because it causes a speed up at a time that I don't like, because there's a point where we have to jump over some white spheres, and I do not want to speed up before that. And it's right here. Yeah, that's a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm going to jump over that for now, and we're going to go to this. If we just outline this whole thing, which is in a plus shape, the entire thing will turn into rings. It's one of those odd formations that you can get rings out of. Well, there's proof of concept that the white spheres spin you in reverse. And there's our 4th Chaos Emerald. Now that is going to be our last big ring in Angel Island Zone. We'll have to wait until the next zone to get any more Chaos Emeralds. Now, one downside to the lightning shield and the fire shield is that you jump into water and you lose it. Also, as you notice there, if you start to pull a ring and you lose your electric shield, it will start bouncing around and it will eventually despawn too. But I think the fire shield just harmlessly fizzles out when you touch water, but lightning shield does actually give a little flash that will destroy any badniks in the immediate vicinity. Speaking of the fire shield, there's one up there, which is very worth grabbing. Gives us a boost forward. But here we have what I can only call an auto runner. Kind of, like you do have to hold the direction to run. But you don't actually have to dodge anything here. This flying battery will never hit you with the bombs. They actually fixed this version to make it so it doesn't hit Tails either. In the original release, Tails didn't keep up with Sonic like this, and he would just constantly get pummeled by the bombs. Kind of funny. Anyway, Eggman appears here, and you don't want to be on the bridge when he sets it on fire, because as soon as it starts to set on fire, the entire rest of the bridge loses its hitbox and you'll just fall straight through it, even if you land on it. Unless that was fixed for Origins, but I don't really want to test that theory. And we have Knuckles showing up again. Getting in our way. Sending us down into the Hydrocity Zone. So one thing I like to do when I either have Sonic and Tails or I'm playing as Tails is come up here and take the top route. I mean, you could take the lower route if you want. There's nothing wrong with it. I think I just like to try and stay dry as much as I can, even though we're in the water level. This is, without question, my favorite zone in this game. It has the best music. It's really fast, which is not something you typically get out of a water level. And it's just a lot of fun. I love this level. I don't know where the big rings are here, but I'm not super concerned about that. And wow, I got to the mini-boss a lot faster than I expected to. Anyway, this mini-boss just kind of turns you into a washing machine here. But you can usually kill it on the first cycle. Behind the scenes here, you do get a breath of oxygen when the axe switches, so there's no danger of actually drowning here. I think right here is where you get your oxygen refreshed. But now we have to race a wall before it crushes us. I always hold back there because in Sonic 3 alone on the Genesis, that monitor was actually a spring that would bounce you backward. And I guess I just haven't gotten rid of that muscle memory. Ugh, love this music. Oh, it's such a swanky track. You know, I'm not trying to actually go up here. I might have to use Tails for this. Because there's a 1-up hidden in there. Or, I guess in this case it's a coin. Not necessary, but I do like to get the coins. Gotta love running on the surface of the water. It's just... this level is so well designed for speed. I would like that water shield, but I guess I'll be fine without it. We do have a big ring over here. So we'll start by going this way. This is kind of divided into 2 segments. Over here is where all your rings really are. Just 4 clusters of 9 right here. Real easy to deal with. Then we loop back around into the transition area. And there's 9 more here. And then we go back to the original area and just head off this way to get the last 4. And there's our 5th Chaos Emerald. Oh, right. Tails cannot carry you up when he's swimming. That is not a thing he can do. Well, I was trying to get the invincibility monitor. I guess too late for that now. But we'll continue on this way. I'm just gonna wait for this because I don't want to get crushed. This area is kind of a crushing hazard. You do need to be careful. More running on water, which is always fun. We'll get that water shield there, and that should last us to the boss. Now, I could have easily gotten all the Chaos Emeralds by the end of this zone, but I don't really know where the big rings are, aside from that one that I got. And honestly, I like to just enjoy the sense of speed in Hydrocity Zone. So, this is Dr. Eggman's next machine. He creates this water platform, and then he also drops bombs that you can bounce off of to hit him. But with the Insta-Shield, you really don't even actually need to do that. And that does it for Hydrocity Zone. Now we go into Marble Garden, which I think has a lot more than just 4 big rings in it. There are a lot of big rings here. We should easily get our remaining Chaos Emeralds. We could go up, but I think I'm going to go down this time. This is the path most players would take through here. This is the mini-boss that we'll fight at the end of Act 1. One of the things that I like about Marble Garden is it has one of the very few Tails-only paths in this game. I believe it's in Act 2. Now, obviously, you can take that path if you are paired with any character combination that includes Tails, since he can fly while carrying them. But you do have to have Tails one way or another. I will try to show it off if I can remember where it is. Meet Bubbles, the most annoying enemy in the series. It's always spiked when you reach it, and you just have to wait for it to stop being spiked. It's also an enemy that Dimps really like to use to make for homing attack bridges in Sonic the Hedgehog 4. So, when we come up to these faces in the wall, you have to hit the eye 3 times to destroy it, which opens up a pathway. Okay, we have our 6th special stage here. I like to kind of make a square in my pathway. Once again, we've got little sections that are pretty neatly divided off here. So I'm going to the right each time. Oops. Well, there goes my perfect. Yep. I'm going to end that on purpose so I can get the perfect. I'm slipping. Okay, that's where I started, so let's go to the right. The slowest speed just kind of feels too slow to me. I think this will be our last pack of rings. Yep, there's the perfect. So now we just clean up. Which is real easy, because you made a square in one direction, and now you make a square in the other direction. And there we go. There's our 6th Chaos Emerald. I keep forgetting I've got to skip past the score counter when I get the perfect, otherwise it takes forever. Oh my gosh, let me off the platform. Continuing along. A lot of these platforms do respawn when you get knocked back or blow past them. Do gotta watch out for the springs. Definitely gotta watch out for these crushers. I don't like this cycle. That was an uncomfortable cycle there. I don't think it's normally lined up that way. I must have approached it in an odd fashion. Oh, we got a fire shield up here. That's always nice. Is this the Tails only path? No, it's not. Unfortunately. I think that's an Act 2. I don't know why I'm looking for it here. Luckily, with any of the 3 shields, I don't have to worry about the spikes from the ceiling getting me. If you ever want to jump off of Tails when he's carrying you, just hold down when you jump, and you will instantly jump off. As long as he doesn't catch you again in midair. And there's Act 1. Act 2 is going to have us running into Eggman quite a bit. He's going to be drilling through the ground and creating a lot of earthquakes. You know, just being a general nuisance, like Eggman do. Let's go up this way. There's something over here. Oh, that's a shield. I don't need to go that way. I think I want to go up here. Because why not? That's why not. One thing I do like about this version of Sonic 3 is that when you are trying to use Tails to fly and you have a shield, it won't just send you flying off in a direction that you don't want to go, like if you have the fire shield. It just won't activate the shield because you have to hold up to make Tails do his thing. You definitely don't want to seek to the bottom of these oil pits, because I do believe that just instantly kills you if you do. I did not mean to spin dash there, so I got really lucky that Bubbles retracted his spikes. Got this fun little gimmick here that makes you spin around. You can actually jump off whichever side you want to. So, one thing I would like to point out is that when we get the 7th Chaos Emerald, we do get the ability to transform into Supersonic. And in the original game, our Supersonic music was just the invincibility music, which you're hearing now. But for this version of the game, we got a new Supersonic music. And I will be showing it off pretty soon here. Just gotta find another big ring, which I think I should be coming across one pretty shortly here. I do really feel like there's one nearby, although I might have skipped one because I took a path that I don't normally take. Oh, you know what? I think our Tails only path is actually up here. No? Oh no, I think it's over here. Yeah, because the arrow's pointing up here. I do kind of wish Tails wasn't at the very top of the screen here. You know what? I think you're meant to take that with one of the spinners. Oh, no, wait. That's right. Knuckles can't go this way, so that's a Knuckles path. My bad. I want to be very careful here because there isn't one of those sets of crusher spikes that I don't want to get crushed by. As a kid, I used to get crushed by those a lot. One thing I do appreciate is they speed up this whole section here once you reach the end of it. So you no longer have to wait forever. Oh, that was unfortunate. I really wanted to keep that fire shield. You know, it looks like I did miss a big ring, so I guess we won't be getting all the Chaos Emeralds in this episode. That's unfortunate. Oh well, there's still plenty of time for it. Another change here is as soon as he slams into the ground, it stops you from moving. You can actually get 8 hits on him right there. And if you do, you only have to hit him one more time at this part. Anyway, if you're controlling Tails only, then Flight controls like normal. But if you're doing any other combination where you have Tails flying a different character around, you actually use the D-pad to move Tails around, and just any normal jump will cause you to jump off. And then, like right now, I'm not touching the controller at all. Tails just kind of maintains his position while bobbing. And you can damage Eggman there by either hitting him with Tails' tails, as I've shown many times, or by jumping on him like normal. But anyway, as we reach Carnival Night Zone here, we're going to end things off here. This has been Sonic Origins Plus. I am Blaumagier, and I'll see you guys next time. Please give me a comment if you enjoyed it. Smash that like button, and subscribe if you want to see more. Bye!